Hello world, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to do a Leetcode challenge, and the Leetcode challenge we're going to do today, is challenge number 13, Roman to integer. So let's take a look. I think it's pretty self-evident. If you haven't heard of Roman numerals before, I will link a Wikipedia article down below, you can check it out. But basically just another way to represent numbers. They use similar system, but it's like every 5 character you get like a different symbol for it. For example, I represent 1, V represent 5, X represent 10. So if you represent 3, you have 3 I's. If you have 4, it will actually be IV, because that means 5 minus 1, right? Usually when you have I in front, that means the bigger number minus 1. IX, that means 9. Or VI, that means 6, right? That means V plus I, which is 6. Yeah, that explains that. Okay, so now we need to convert the Roman numeral to integers. Right? So, let's see how can we do it. Let's say number, right? Let's just say result equals 0. And then let's say for C in S, C stands for char, right? So here we're going to say if C equals if C equals actually I have to say this. So I have to let's get a dictionary out. Okay. Let's just say Roman int. So that's like, I is 1, V is 5, X is 10, L is 50, C is 100, D is 500, M is 1,000. Right. So in here I have that. Then I can write this. Actually, let me say for I in range of the length of S. So that's going to give me index numbers, so it will be easier for me to look back and forth. The idea is this. So the special case we need to handle is when the smaller number in front. That usually means, you need to subtract. So here I can write this. If, I need to write minus 1. So if S bracket I plus 1, let's say Roman int, right? That's going to give me a number, and let's say if that is greater than Roman int S bracket I, right? Then we're going to say number plus equals Roman, or not Roman, let's say Roman int, I'm going to do that minus that, right? And then I'm going to return result. Sorry if this screen is too light, but I don't think there's a dark mode on Leetcode for coding, so we're just kind of weird, but maybe there is. Who knows? Okay, so that's that. Let's just run the code to see if it will work or not. Okay, so of course that won't work. Wait, how does this work? Number is referred before assignment. Oh. Should be result. Okay. Alright, that works. Okay. So now the next step is to really just add the appropriate number to it, I think. Right? I don't think there's much else to it. Let's see. Result plus equals Roman int bracket as bracket I. Oh yeah, if that's the case, we need to say skip equals true. Skip will just skip the next iteration, right? Skip equals true. Let's say if skip, let's say continue, and then skip equals false. Okay, so skip equals true. Let's run the code again. Okay, so oh right, that's the issue. See, I have to loop through everything. And then here I'm gonna say if, length of I, or not length of I, if I plus 1 equals length of S is not equals to length of S, then I want to do that. Otherwise, just do this. That will loop through everything. Output is 3 and 5 now. Huh. Yeah, if I plus 1 is not equals to, so I'm at here, right? Oh, not I plus 1. It's just I. No, wait. Yeah, it is I plus 1. So, right, 0 plus 1 is not 2. This will get executed if Roman int as I plus 1 is greater than si. Right, 5 is greater than 1, so we'll add 4. Skip is true. And then just say continue, probably. Because then I don't want 23 to get executed again. Let's see what test case do we fail. Oh, never mind. We actually did everything. Okay, sweet. So, let's take a look. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Again, the logic is, I have this table that does these calculations. The most interesting part is this. How we handle if a smaller number is in front of the bigger number. That usually means the bigger number is subtracted by the smaller number. Okay. Perfect. Why don't we do integer to Roman? Now, this is going to be slightly higher. Oh, let me see if this even worked. I don't even know. Oh, okay, I see my logic here. Wait. Yeah, so I see my logic here. It's about using remainders, which is one way to do it. I'm just gonna comment them out, pretend. Actually, let me save them to somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna save it to this Python compiler. Right there. Thank you very much. All right. Oh, this has so many dislikes. I don't know why. Anyway, so integer to Romans, right? It's basically opposite what we're gonna do. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna, first start by creating a dictionary again, which I should have just copied and pasted. But let's say, so this time, I want to do the opposite. right? So it's like reverse. Let's call it int Roman. They all need to be quoted too. Honestly, I'm not gonna quote that. That's just gonna be integer. Okay. So in here, what we can do is we're given an integer, right? Num. So num. Yeah, I think we're gonna do the division way. So that would do an integer divide with our remainder. Let's start from 5 because that's when it happens. So that will give you 0 as well, right? Okay. Well, what I want to do is probably let's do mod. Okay, that's gonna give me 3. Okay. So there are sure, whatever. Okay, then we can create 3. Okay, so basically we need to watch out for these numbers: 4, 9, 40, 90, 400, and 900, right? Okay, so let's say, should we start from the biggest or smaller? Let's start from the biggest, right? So that would be a result. And then we can create a counter. And then we can say what? Counter bracket m equals num integers divided by 1,000. Print out counter. Oops. Okay. All right, m is 0. That's good. Let's put more test cases. 1994. Sure. 1995. Well, actually, I want 1994. 1994. Okay, good. So now it works. All right. So now with the counters, right? Next, what we can do is we can go ahead and really just keep doing this, and then we can say then we can say num minus equals counter bracket m times 1,000. Let's see what's that num is. Yep, and now that's our new num, right? That's our new num where we're gonna do some work. So now let's just keep doing this. Counter bracket d equals num divide by 500. Okay, so it's gonna be kind of like hard code, but it's gonna work. So once we divide by 1,000, we have potential for reaching 400 or 900, right? So let's say if num equals 400 or num equals 900, then we can honestly just return the answer. Return, what's 400? CD, right? If num equals 400, if num equals 900, return CM. Right? So let's just get rid of these exceptions. And then the others, yeah, the other than just concatenate using this way. So then, okay, then we have, okay, dictionary is not the best. Probably list would be better because we know the order going to be from the biggest to smallest. So let's switch it to a list. Counter, so then we can say counter dot append, right? Counter bracket 0 is that. Now counter dot append divided by 500 num minus equals 500, and then that's going to have the potential of give me what 4090 XL, so that's XL or XC. Right, once you mod by 500, you probably would have it. Well, actually, I can probably put it later. And then we can say counter dot append num divided by 100 num minus equals counter bracket 2 times 100 and then we can say counter dot append num divide by 50 num minus equals counter bracket 3 times 50. That's gonna do something. Okay, then we're gonna mod 10. Just keep doing this. Mod 10. 49. 49, that's what? IVIX. It is literally hard coding. Well, not really. I'm just hard coding certain, numbers. And then we can say IX. Yeah, let's mod by 5. And then counter dot append. No. Okay, that's one way to do it. Well, this hash map or this dictionary aren't going to be that useful then. What's going to be useful is we can say B to as biggest to smallest. So we're going to say M, D, Charlie, L, X, V, and I, right? So then in here we're going to say for results. For I in range of counter, J in range of I, right? Results plus equals B to S, biggest to smallest, bracket I, and we can return results. Let's see how would this work. Probably not gonna work. Okay, list object. Okay, yeah. Length of counter. Well, it didn't encounter any issue, so that's a good sign maybe. All right, what the heck happened here? Huh? There's 3, huh? Okay. Okay, 19. Oh, right. I can't do that. Okay, yeah, that will return immediately. Okay, that's not good. I need to plus, but how did I, what the heck happened here? Okay. Print out counter. Let's take a look. Yeah, for I range of counter, for J, O, counter bracket I, not just I. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we need to fix this. So now we need to get previous numbers, right? Then we need to say, I can do, so the only possible is mm times counter bracket 0. That's going to give me how many m's and then plus cd. Right, so same thing gonna happen here. Zero, and then okay, this we need to add what? D times counter bracket 1. There's D, C, D, yeah, D, that's all. Yeah. Better will probably just keep concatenating them, but okay. Now this is where everything will happen. M plus that, the C times counter bracket 2 times L plus L times counter bracket 3 plus X times counter bracket 4 plus X times counter bracket 5. So in Python, can do these string multiplication. Multiply a number is gonna give you. It's gonna return a string that has that many times repeated. But let's run the code. Index out of range. That's unlucky. That is only here. Yeah. Oh no! Wait. If you're 5. Wait. What? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait. L is 3. X is 4. Yeah, there's supposed to be V, but since this is 4, it's not going to have a V. Yeah, it's not going to have U either. That means I might change. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay. Huh? Alright. Let me put it right above here. Let's see what's the counter. The counter is 11414. How do you have a? Oh, you have a 400. Wait. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this video. Um, so it will be it in this video. I will see if I can think better ways to do it. I think I'm on the right track. Probably what we need to do is do it iteratively, so the strings keep concatenating, right? Because you might not want to return immediately in here. Yeah, for some reason, but we'll see. Well, anyway, this is it for this video. If any question or comment, feel free to comment down below. And as always, stay safe and have a good rest of your day. And that was me, out.